So are you having a challenge getting listings? Well, I'm going to be doing some prospecting using Vulcan 7. We call it sometimes cold calling, but it is speaking to people, having conversations. So stay tuned and watch me prospect. A lot of the calls people won't answer, and some they will, and I'll get through a script, and they may or may not, okay, go through all these questions, because some of them are going to hang up. But that's okay. We go to the next and the next until we get somebody that answers and we have a conversation with them. Our goal is to set appointments so that we can go to a listing appointment and get listings. So stay tuned. This is Lily Handy Dominguez coming to you from San Antonio, Texas with YouTube Agent Prep. And yes, I am an active realtor. All right, I'm starting the dialing session. So there was an answer, but it was a voicemail. Oh, okay. I was looking for Dwayne Reeves or Juliet Mora. Does either one of those work there? Dwayne Reeves, yes. So you said this is a hospital, a doctor's office? University, okay. So is there a Dwayne Reeves that works there? I'm a local realtor. I'm calling for Dwayne. You know what? I don't. So, yes, so this number was connected to this. Are you located in San Antonio, Texas? In Fresno, California. All right. Well, thank you for answering. I'll take you off my call list. You have an awesome day. Bye. So I deleted that number. Hello, this is Lily. I'm a local realtor. Is this a number here in San Antonio? I'm looking for Dwayne Reeves. Okay, sorry, I'll take you off my list. Have an awesome day. Thank you. Hello, this is Lily. I'm a local realtor, and so I noticed you're trying to sell the home on your own. Is that correct? All right, they hung up on me. But that's considered a contact. Whenever they answer, it's considered a contact, even if they hang up. And when there are lots of numbers, we keep calling all the numbers on that, under that listing, expired or for sale by owner. And I let it ring 3 times and go to the next number. Some realtors let it ring 4 or 5 times. I do 3. And I keep track of my calls. So I mark it on a piece of paper so that I know how many calls I made. This list. Hello? Hello, this is Lily. I'm a local realtor, and I noticed that you have a property for rent at 1518 Vista del Monte. Are you the owner? Oh, it's been rented. Okay, well, did you rent it for how much? Just curious. You did. Okay, that's what you were asking. And you did it on your own. Is that correct? Oh, you're an agent here in San Antonio. Well, cool. You have an awesome day. Thank you for answering. Bye. So that one was a realtor that had a property for sale on her own. So I will take that one that I contacted on. And let's see here. Okay, next one. And also, I do not call the do not call list. I'm not willing to take that risk. Some realtors are. I have done it, but I Hello, this is Lily. I'm a San Antonio realtor, and I was calling because you had a property for sale that expired, and I wanted to know if you still need to sell that home. You don't. So what did you do with it, if I may ask? You're renting it. So are you considering to potentially sell it again in the near future? Hello? You're not. Okay. Well, thank you so much. You have an awesome day. Bye. Okay, so that's another contact, and she had it for sale, didn't sell, so ended up renting it. However, I'm going to move them to a folder to call next, let's see, maybe in March. Okay, so we have 10 folders. Every day that we call and a person doesn't answer, we put them on a folder 1 through folder 10. If we do communicate with them and we want to call them back because they are a contact, we can put them on a folder from January to December. Right now we're in September, so I'm going to give it 6 months since they rented it and follow up and see if they've changed their mind to sell. Hello, Alex. This is Lily. I'm a San Antonio realtor. Hey, I noticed that you had a property for sale by owner. Is that property still available? It is. Are you still interested in selling it? Oh, it showed expired. So you currently have it listed with a realtor? You have it yourself for sale by owner. Okay. Well, out of curiosity, when do you think you may be in? Okay. Thank you. I'll call you another day. Okay, so he was at work, and he's a for sale by owner, and it's still available. It's been for sale by owner since June. So I will put him on a list to call him again. I will pull him on my September list so that I can call again. All right, but he was nice. He was polite and said he was at work and needed to get another number. So I could have persisted, and from what I've been trained, however, it's when they're at work, I like to give them the courtesy up because they may be answering other phone calls. And work is very important to me, so I do respect that. And I have music in the background because I like to listen to music, and it's relaxing, you know, even though I have country music. Okay, no answer. So again, 3 rings and I go to the next phone number. This particular contact has 5 numbers and 3 of them are do not call. So the system will skip the do not call list and only dial the ones that are available to call. No one answered. And I'm holding on to my script that I end up reading. And so we practice it and use it to follow when someone answers. And some of the numbers that are connected to these individuals may be out of state, and there may be a lot of wrong numbers somehow connected to this particular owner's name. And so we contact them all and eliminate those that are not good numbers. We keep calling them until we don't get them after 10 calls. Hello, Robert. This is Lily. I'm a San Antonio realtor, and I noticed that you had a property. I'm a San Antonio realtor. Can you hear me? Yeah, so when you did have it for sale, Robert, where were you planning to move? Outside of 1604. And so why did you change your mind on selling it? Modernized. You're not moving at all, period. Interesting. So why did you decide to sell in the first place? Okay. Are you now what we call an empty nester? No more kids at home? Oh my gosh. Wow. To, well, it sounds like you really want another place. I mean, that's a lot to maintain. So, oh, you've invested on this home. Wow. Yes. Oh my. So you like to entertain. So, new fan, new ceiling. They do, but you have a lot to maintain. So do you think you may consider reselling maybe in a year or so? And who was the realtor? Let's see. Oh, Kelly Callahan? Yeah, Kelly Callahan. Okay. However, the property didn't sell in 213 years. So what do you think that that realtor is going to do different to sell it next time? It doesn't matter. So what's important to you? To make money out of this property or use the same realtor? Oh my gosh, Roberto, use the same realtor instead of making money? Yes. However, what if we could get you more than what you thought you might be able to get by using our marketing techniques? Money's not that much of interest. Okay, I can understand that. You're con- you're content. Okay. So if you could get an offer now, would you consider selling it? No. Okay, Roberto. Well, I will let you be. Thank you for answering all those questions. Do you happen to know anybody else that might be looking to sell a home or buy a home that could use my services? Why you wouldn't use me? To Kelly Callahan. Okay, so you're loyal. All right, Roberta, I appreciate your honesty. No, I totally understand. Hey, it's business, right? And I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your answering my questions. And you have an awesome day and have nice big family gatherings. Okay, bye. Okay, he doesn't want to sell at all. So he wanted to downsize. However, it didn't work out. They had it on the market 213 days, and he keeps insisting on wanting to use that realtor, and he doesn't want to sell right now. So we can push for some. Tim Chamberlain might say, keep pushing, Lily, keep pushing. And it's possible. However, I'm going to go to the next one. So I'm going to move him to, let's see, a year from now. And we never know. So I will go to the next contact. So that's how it works. Keep calling, calling, calling. And I also do videos on YouTube to attract sellers and buyers. And I keep turning around because I'm marking a sheet of paper where I keep track of all the calls that I'm making. So I put a check mark. Phone prospecting is not something that I really enjoy. I still get call reluctance. However, my Take 52 coach recommended that I do it for at least 20 minutes every day. And last week I had one appointment calling 25 minutes for 2 separate days. Got all ready, and the person texted me that they were not going to be available. And that happened. So while the phone is ringing, I move the contact to one of my 10 folders. So if they're a new contact, I move them to call 1, call folder number 1. And if somebody is on call 1 that I did, then I will
go for a walk?
Move them to call 2, which is folder number 2. You might think, so why are we calling numbers that actually don't belong to them, and some of them are out of state? Well, you know, today, in today's market, or today's era, with people having cell phones, including ourselves, right, and me, I have 2 of them because I do 2 different markets, then people move and they keep the same cell phone, and these numbers get connected to that individual or a family member. You know how the internet, the web now has so much information about all of us that many numbers are related together with that person, or was a mistake. So if there's a number that we call and they say, hey, well, I'm not from here, I'm from Virginia, Florida, or California. Well, we take them off the list, or we can also ask them if they're looking to sell or buy and refer them to another realtor. So we keep calling. All lead generating systems are going to have good numbers and wrong numbers. So our job is to eliminate the wrong numbers in the process of calling the correct ones until we get a hold of somebody. So it is a numbers game. Well, it's not a game, right? But it's numbers. So the more calls we make, the more opportunities to connect with people, to have conversations and find out about them, ask them a lot of questions. On the expired script, there are 11 questions that helps us then find out about them, their motivation, whether they want to sell within 3 months, 6 months. If it's within 3 months, then they're a good lead. If it's 6 months, then we want to focus on those that are currently wanting to sell. And that's why we go after expireds and for sale by owners. And sometimes the for sale by owners that have been on the market for a long time may be more prepared to work with a realtor, because the majority of for sale by owners eventually hire a realtor. And the expireds, old expireds, that means not many realtors are calling them. So they are an excellent source to also contact, is the old expired. So with Vulcan 7, the lead generating system that I use, I get old expires. When I first join, I get 6 months of old expires. And every month that goes by, there's more and more and more. So we never run out of leads. However, if you want to deal with current expireds, you want to call one that just expired yesterday or this morning and start calling those. System says, and the coaches say, call at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you can't call at 8 o'clock in the morning, then you call when you are available. Many people do work and they do this part-time. Some have called in the evening, like Jackie Kravitz. She had family, and she would start calling at 6 or 7 in the evening. And that's she got her leads. So there are most coaches from 8 to 11 or 9 to 12. And you have to follow the rules if you don't want to get in trouble. I do like taking risks. However, there's some risks that I prefer not to take, and that's calling do not call people or phone numbers. All right, so now I'm going to continue. Continue prospecting, that is. Hello, this is Lily. I'm a San Antonio realtor, and I noticed that you took your property off the market. You had a property for sale on 3900 Creek Spring. Is that correct? Okay, so this is not your property. I'm sorry about that. Well, while I have you on the phone, have you considered selling or buying a property this year? No, not at all. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. So I'll delete that number. That was a wrong number. But it was a contact, so I asked right away if he was interested in buying or selling. So for me to reach my goal, financial goal, I would have to have 14 and a half, let me see here. Yeah, 14 and a half contacts per day. That's 14 people that answered their phone and said hello and I got to talk to, even if they hand up. That is a contact. Some realtors don't like if that's a contact because you didn't really talk to them. However, we're dialing and people are answering and a lot of them are not. So when somebody answers, we have an opportunity to potentially ask questions and set an appointment. So they are considered contacts. So anytime somebody answers and says hello and there's a real person, then I consider it a contact. When we're making these calls, we have a screen that shows how long it's been on the market, what kind of property, and the price, but we don't want to focus on that. We want to focus on the phone number and hopefully a person will answer so that we can set appointments. Hi Jay, this is Lily. I'm a San Antonio realtor and I was calling because your property came off the market as an expired listing and I was calling to see if you still need to sell that home. All right, so this person hung up on me. That's okay, I'll call him again. I'll put them on tomorrow's call list. So far I've dialed 63 numbers and that was only 28 contacts. And it's taken me 41 minutes, but that's because I've taken time to record, all right, and explain some of the things about cold prospecting, having conversation.